Bond number 9 and springtime literally go hand in hand together. And today, guess what? I'm going to share my top 5 fragrances from the house of Bond number 9 that are absolutely magnificent for spring 2023. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here, and today this is one that is highly requested. I get a lot of DMs and messages and questions all together across platforms concerning which Bond number 9 fragrances are my favorite, particularly right now as we are into spring and we are going into spring holiday season and event season. So you know what, I said I'm gonna go ahead and do this video because yeah, there are definitely 5 that have been standing out a lot to me, and there is one honorable mention I will share as well. But you all, Bond is really giving what it needs to give for spring, and I've said that before and I'll say it again. This is a house that does spring very, very well. But before we get into this list of top 5 fragrances, you know I don't know what we must do first. Lipstick of the day today. We're feeling very pink. Of course, pink is a mood, and Barbie is having a whole thing, Barbie core. I'm seeing that everywhere. And lipstick of the day is from the special limited edition collection that Barbie did with MAC, and this is the Barbie Style lipstick. Check that out. That's why the tube is gold. And I regret not buying more than one of this lipstick because it's the perfect blue based light pink for my skin tone. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This was limited edition, so I can't link it, but you get the picture. This is the lipstick of the day. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and I am kind of in a pink and green vibe today. Check the sweatshirt and all that. So my fragrance is also in that vibe. So we went with Goli's Pistachio, the Yum, the new one. Yes, Yum Pistachio Gelato number 33 is the fragrance of the day. I have been wearing this. I'm playing in it because the dedicated review is coming up very soon. I will tell you, it will happen in this month of April. Just know that because I've been playing in it and I got some thoughts and I got some experiences to discuss. Fragrance of the day, Goli Yum Pistachio Gelato number 33. It's very yummy. So all right, now let's get into this top 5 Bond number 9 fragrances for spring. The reason I say Bond number 9 does spring so well is because they do florals. You gotta do florals. You can't talk about spring without florals. So everything I'm mentioning is going to be very floral heavy. If you hate floral, then okay, you're gonna hate this video. But anywho, let me go ahead and start with the honorable mention fragrance because this is something I know somebody's gonna ask about this. So let's go ahead and talk about it. The honorable mention on the list, you all, is my latest pickup. This is my latest fragrance, the last one I purchased during my birthday month. And the honorable mention goes to Bond number 9's Central Park West. Now you are like, why is this an honorable mention and not just included in your top 5? Well, like I said, I just literally got it. So I haven't even spent a whole month with it. So I'm still playing in it, testing it. Now granted, when I first smelled it back in October, when I was at Bond in New York, I immediately said, oh, I'm gonna want that for spring. So this is definitely a spring fragrance, and I still stand on that because I've been wearing it and playing in it. But I'm not ready to say, oh, it's my top 5 because I haven't had it long enough, and that would just be disingenuous to be like, oh my god, I love it. Girl, you had it a week. You know what I mean? So no. Honorable mention though, I am enjoying you, so you'll probably make the list maybe for next year, but for now, your honorable mention. So Bond number 9's Central Park West. Okay, now let's get into the real list, and with the real list, I would also share notes because I know we care about notes here on the channel. So now let's get into it. In the number 5 spot, yes, the number 5 spot, this was such a wish list item that I have really been enjoying. I was kind of on the fence about it because I was smelling it in January, but now that we're in April, it's been giving what it needs to give. And I've been wearing it through March as well. Yes, number 5 goes to Bond number 9, Madison Square Park, aka the pink and green bottle. Yay! Y'all know why I love that. You know, those colors go so well together. If you know, you know. But for Madison Square Park, you all, I'm going to share the notes, and I'm gonna tell you which ones really stand out to me and why I love it so much. So we have notes of grape hyacinth huckleberry, prairie dropseed grass, red leaf rose, red hunter tulips, and teak wood, you all. I'm like, what? Let me tell you right now, it's the grape hyacinth for me. It's very fresh, and I definitely get that grass. And it's the tulips, because I know I personally buy tulips when I go to the store. I like them in my house, but this one is a very fresh scent, so you definitely get that grass note. So if you're not too fond of a scent that's green, you're not gonna like this one. But for right now, while we're in that very cool morning still kind of dabbling in the winter season part of spring, you all, Madison Square Park is perfect for this transitional time of year, and it just makes me happy. This is the scent that just literally smells like, okay, the grass is starting to peek through. I'm starting to see little buds on the tree. So that's why this one goes to the number 5 spot. Again, this is Bond number 9's Madison Square Park. In the number 4 spot, but if we were talking about fashion and best bottle, this would be number 1. But number 4 spot, for the sake of spring video and all with Bond number 9, y'all, number 4 has to go to Bond number 9's Astor Place. Yes, Astor Place. Now, Astor Place, I've had you for a little minute and I've been able to really experience you. But to me, you shine best in the spring, and I found myself reaching for you more. And y'all, get into the bottle. I mean, look at this. It's giving gold, it's giving colors, it's just giving geometric shapes. I'm here for it. So let's get into the notes for Astor Place, you all. We have notes of violet leaf, mandarin zest, freesia, red poppy buds, orris, which is iris root, teak wood, musk, and amber. It's the orris for me, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Because orris makes things powdery, and you want me to tell you, this one, it lasts. This one projects, and the teak wood really comes out in the dry down. This is one that it is more powerful than it looks. It seems like it might be happy-go-lucky based on the bottle, but this one has some longevity about it. People will smell you. It has a kind of soapy, clean vibe to it to me. I like that. This is definitely more of a daytime spring scent. This one can handle a little bit more of the sun, so we get into more of the warmer part of spring. That's been my experience, but I enjoy it. To me, it's just elegant, clean. Again, going back to the orris vibe. So that's why I'm enjoying Astor Place for spring. So you are in the number 4 spots, Bond number 9's Astor Place. Okay, you all, now the number 3 spot is no stranger to the channel. In fact, it already has a dedicated review up on the channel. I will link it up top. It has to go to Madison Avenue, you all, aka the pink and black bottle. This one is so pretty because it's that baby pink vibe. I'm in a baby pink mood. So let's get into the notes of Madison Avenue, you all. So notes, we have apple, bergamot essence, then we have black currant, rose essence, jasmine, magnolia essence, patchouli essence, ambroxan, and praline. For me, it is the apple note, it is the praline notes too, and that ambroxan. But that patchouli in here is what gives it that body. This was one of those fragrances that I was fortunate enough to sample. I had an official sample from Bond, and I remember being like, oh, looking at the bottle, I'm like, it's gonna be cute. It's probably gonna be gone in 2 hours, right? I sprayed this on, wore it in the evening time, wore it to bed, and I could still smell this on me the next day. That's when I knew this was a game changer and I needed it. It's feminine, but it packs body, and this is just such a pretty girl, that girl type of scent. Because to me, a lot of times those kind of fragrances be light, and I'm like, I need something with a little bit more body, because you're gonna know when I'm in the room, and sometimes you need a fragrance that's still springy, still very feminine, but that lets everybody know, oh, she is here. And to me, that is Madison Avenue. So she is in the number 3 spot for spring. Emphasis though, for the sake of spring, on that apple note, because that burst of apple is what gives it that brightness. So I'm digging it. Madison Avenue is your number 3 spot. Okay, now we're down to the top 2. Number 2 also is not a stranger to the channel. It also already has a dedicated review up already. The number 2 spot, you all, I had to put some respect on her because I was sleeping on her, and look, I almost hating on her at first. I've already told y'all this story, but once you see the bottle, you'll understand. And I am referring to Bond number 9's Nolita is the number 2. And I love the lips on the bottle. It's just way too cute. So for refresher, notes on Nolita are, we have tangerine, freesia, lilies, rose, jasmine, sambac, soft amber, and musk, and sandalwood. Y'all, it's the freesia note in here for me. I can't say that enough. And also that tangerine, that Frisian tangerine, the top notes to me are what are giving me all the life. But this does have a musk in it that I've talked about before. The musk is what grabs hold of your skin and it hugs it and it makes it last. This is one of those scents that people will get wafts of you and people will randomly just be like, oh, you smell good. It works. It works. So this is more so on the fruitier, fresh side, but still, of course, with the florals. I mean, hello, it's springtime. But this one, unexpected goodness, and definitely a gem. I get why it's a bestseller, so definitely get your nose on Nolita if you're looking for a fresh, floral, but still kind of tangy type of spring scent. So it got a little spunk to it. Nolita is number 2 for me. Check it out. And now we have arrived at the number 1 spot. This one is probably going to be a surprise. I know some people are probably thinking like, I think I know what it is. It's the one she always talks about, the one she loves. Guess what? Guess what? My favorite one, Greenwich Village. I know y'all thinking I'm going to mention. It's not on the list. The number one spot for spring, y'all. I have been reaching for this one the most, period. Out of all of these, I've been reaching for this one number one. And I'm so shocked because, believe it or not, this was a recommendation. This was a blind buy. And I totally trust y'all elves. Y'all are my people because y'all know me. Number one is Hudson Yards. It's number one. Number one. It is the GOAT for spring. This is everything. I mean, the bottle is spring green, so that you already know it didn't come to play. Let's get into the notes for Hudson Yards. I know I haven't really talked about this one on the channel, but today you're getting some shine. So Hudson Yards, while notes of wet petals of lily of the valley. I'm a sucker for lily of the valley. Sparkling freesia, pink pepper oil, peony buds, rose oil, vibrant lychee, orange flower absolute, iris absolute, and white ray of musk, y'all. This one, you want to talk about something that literally smells like the sun has just risen. The birds are chirping, their eggs are hatching, the grass is literally coming up out of the ground. The pond is bustling with life. There's frogs, you see ducks, you see little ducklings. That is this to me. That's what this smells like. It's that fresh note in here, that lily of the valley. You smell that wetness. It does have a very green effect, so if you don't like green scents, you might be wary of this one. But y'all, this one, oh wow. I bought this during the holiday season. I was like, we'll see. Spring hit. I said, oh, this is your season, spring. Hudson Yards. And the thing is, this isn't new. This is one of the old scents, by the way. But y'all, let me tell you something. This is just the lychee in here, the iris. I'm sorry, y'all. Please get your nose on Hudson Yards. Like, I know we talk about a lot of like newer scents or scents that are more so trending and all that from Bond, but sometimes you got to take a moment and really dip back to some of the scents that's been out for over 5 years, because it's some gems in here for sure. Because if you notice, everything on this list is mostly older fragrances, with the exception of maybe one or two, but everything on here is older. They used to kill spring, and I just want Bond to stay in that energy because this is just working for me. But y'all, Hudson Yards, number one most reached for spring when it comes to Bond. It's my favorite. Absolute favorite. Speaking of spring and new scents, I guess Bond must have listened to myself and other Bond enthusiasts that we love their spring fragrances, because recently, if you all saw on my Instagram, but I'm gonna share it here on my YouTube so you all can see, Bond decided to tap back into their spring roots, you all, and they are dropping a new fragrance this month. I think it's actually available on Bond websites. I'm not sure if it's available in the stores and at the counters yet, but you all, they are releasing this right here, the new New York Flowers. I mean, look at the bottle. Look at this bottle, y'all. This is so pretty. And if it's gonna have any of the type of energy of the fragrances I just listed, sign me up. I can't wait to get my nose on this one. I don't have any notes on it yet. Oh wait, they do have the notes on here. So I'm gonna share the notes for the new fragrance. Again, this is the New York Flowers. The fragrance notes for the new fragrance, y'all, are Anjou Pear, Clementine, Kirk Royale Accord, Rose de Gracie, Jasmine, Amber, and Iris. The fact that the top note is pear, y'all, I'm intrigued. I can't wait to get my nose on it. I will be traveling soon during the springtime. I will be near a Bond counter, so I will be getting my nose on the new fragrance, the New York Flowers, and I will be coming back and letting y'all know what I think about it. Do we love it? Do we hate it? We will talk about it then. But you all, this wraps up my video on my top 5 fragrances from the House of Bond number 9 for spring. So I hope this answers you all's questions, because y'all have really been wanting to know about these Bonds for spring, y'all. But yeah, these are my picks. I know the list is probably a little different than what y'all expected, but honey, I love all of these. I stand by all of these for spring. Like, they are, yes. Even the honorable mention, it's coming up there. So let me know what you think in the comments below. In fact, tell me what fragrances are you wearing for spring, particularly from Bond. What is your favorite Bond fragrance for spring? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you can subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the content, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not here for any of this, I get it. Maybe you just don't like the house, and that's okay. Or you don't like spring. But until next time, else I will catch you on the next video. Bye, y'all.